Hi there, it's James with your instant reaction in place of Kev, who probably had the good idea of going to the cricket all day today because that was an absolute bonkers game of football. And where do you even start with that except probably the scoreline, which is that Luton lost to 10-man Plymouth 3-2. An absolutely bonkers game of football, as I say. I mean, the first half really should have ended about 1-1, but it didn't, ended 2-1. Sorinola got the opening goal for Plymouth. Fairly lapsed marking by Luton, you could say, but a fairly well worked goal on their part. But Luton got back on terms 5 minutes in. Jerry Yates penalty after Lathanor's been poleaxed with an elbow. That should have really taken both teams in on terms, but then Zach Nelson got his pocket picked right on the 18-yard line on the stroke of half time, and Bradley Ibrahim made the most of it, smashing it in. So that was 2-1 Plymouth. Out in the second half, Nicky Wells came on as a substitute, and then really 3 minutes in, Luton won another penalty. Gideon Kadoa this time manhandled, and Wells stepped up to open his account to bring it back on terms. And then it got even better for Luton because, you know, a moment later Joe Edwards side through Millie Ali and got a deserved straight red card. From there, really, Luton probably should have had two more penalties. Millie Ali was fouled, and then the referee somehow decided to give him a yellow card. And then Zach Nelson also fouled by former Hatter Brendan Galloway. Nothing doing there. And then things really, just went bad to worse. It was a Keystone Cops moment, really. There was a halfway line shot that was never really going to trouble Josh Keeley, but he decided to try and control it and didn't. Ended up as a corner, and you thought this could go very wrong from here. But there was a very long wait till that corner because there was a kerfuffle on the touchline, and Cleverly was sent off after having been booked in the first half. So Kenilworth Road delighted in sending him on his way up the tunnel. But the ex-Watford man got the last laugh because from that corner Luton failed to clear their lines. There was a shot. Keeley did manage to save that instinctively, but then Jordan Clark, yards from goal, tried to clear the ball, and it ricocheted and hit the goal scorer Ibrahim. Ricocheted into the goal, and that was 3-2 Plymouth. And from there was so much time for Luton to try and get back in it, but they really just played into Plymouth's hands. And like the last time Plymouth came here last season, just lobbed balls into the box, and their defenders gobbled it up. They had 41 headed clearances, which probably tells a story. And when Luton did get through, as Makosa had one chance, their goalie was there to save it, and they huffed and puffed. And even though they had 10 minutes of added time to do something, they didn't, and that was the end of it. Booze rang out, and this one's going to sting for a while. Me and Kev are going to be back on the podcast Monday morning for a full breakdown of that one. You can read the report on thelutonian.com in the meantime and reaction from that game. We'll see you then.